Okay, I'm going to do another video on finding green markets. And I did one video, but I think this is very important because it's easy money, guaranteed money pretty much when you find a green market, especially if you couple it with the methods that I teach you in the eBay, generally with eBay arbitrage or something of that nature. Okay, so let's do what I want to do first here. Let's open up a new tab here. And let's look up the eBay Pulse. Because I know you can find it from eBay, but usually at the bottom, I believe. But I don't know. Sometimes Sitemap, probably on Sitemap. Anyway, we'll do it this way. Okay, and if you look at all categories, you look at the iPhone 4 unlocked, which I'm making money on as we speak. I'm telling you right now, as a side note, the iPhone 4, the iPhone market, period, is very lucrative. Um, you can make a lot of money just selling these phones. I mean, I'm talking thousands and thousands of dollars a week. And right now I'm dealing with the 4S. I've dealt with the 3GS 16 gigabyte. And it's a lot of money. I mean, just if you get a chance, go into this market. But anyway, as I was saying here, you see these are the popular search categories. And you could do this by narrow it down if you want to deal. Like I said, electronics. If you want to do consumer electronics and see what the popular searches are. This is a list of the popular searches: iPod Touch, Macintosh, iPod, headphone speakers, projector, metal detector, the iPad 2, most watched items. I mean, you can see here the iPod Touch, a lot of the stuff. So let's go into, you know what? Let's do the iPod Touch. And what I like to do, ending soonest, and you know what? No, I don't want to do iPod Touch. I really don't. Because I'm looking at the prices here. And what I'm looking for, I know there's a way to go to, let's look at Sitemap, because I want to see another way to go to eBay Pulse without you searching. But we should be able to get to it from here. eBay Shop, eBay Stores. Oh, here it is right here. So it's under more ways to find items when you go to Sitemap at the bottom. eBay Pulse, okay. So if you scroll down on this eBay and you go to Sitemap here, and then when you get to Sitemap, you scroll down other ways to find items, you'll get to eBay Pulse. Okay, let's go to the Xbox 360. And also know that there are a lot of people that sell, let's go to consoles, that people sell there's like a 3-ring light or red light fix for it, and that's very popular. But let's look at used here, 1,924. Now, what do I mean by green market? Okay, let's look at the 360S. I want to nicheify it. That's a new word. I want to pinpoint a specific type of 360, which is the S, which I don't know what that is. Oh, slim probably. But, and let's do, okay, we'll leave that. And I'm in the U.S., so I do U.S. only. Okay, one way you can look at it from the live auctions is see that I have bids here. These first few, and what I like to do is actually put it on 200. So I'm going to show you something else that you can look at to see when something is really, really green. It's really, really a green market. But you see here, there's bids, 7 bids, 11 bids, 2 bids, 1 bid, 10 bids. All of the auctions have bids. If I keep scrolling, they all have bids, right? Well, that's 249. That's something you can look at. That's starting off high, so no bid, of course, probably until it's almost over. But all of them have bids. Now, here's what I normally do. Go to completed listings. Now, this is what I mean by green market. First of all, you see 2,240 results are found for that slim used Xbox 360. But if we scroll down, everything is green here, right? Everything is green, with the exception of these two or these three. And you know what? A lot of times you can tell why he started his bidding at 375. But a lot of times when you see this red, there's a reason why. Okay, and I notice, like, you see this and say, oh, maybe it's not a green market because all of this red. But a lot of these, they have like, okay, kind of got paused there. My son was calling me for something. But back to what I was saying, a lot of times, like for instance, let's look at this one here. And a lot of times it'll say item not available, but I don't know if these are the case. It ended. That was too high. That's way too high. Let's see what was up with this one. Why it didn't sell. It looks like it was too high too. You don't want to start your bid too high. And just on a side note, the reason why, like, look at this one here. You see zero bids. He started his bidding at 220, then he does a buy it now 250. What you're actually trying to do is get somebody to buy it now. That's why you have this so high. But it can be counterintuitive. It just, these two, this is probably why they didn't work. And here's another one. I don't know this one. Okay, this is what I was talking about. The listing, and it was no longer available. That's understandable. He started low, but it's and this one he probably didn't get what he wanted. 160. And then this one, of course, starting the bidding way too high. That's not even so. These 1, 2, 3. These two too high. This one it's not being available, and this one too high. So this is about the only one that really didn't sell. So this is the way you have to look at some of these, not the red items, and understand what went on. Why didn't they sell? And so you're not deceived by seeing like, oh, it's a bunch of red. This one doesn't work. But anyway, you see the sales here. I mean, you can see this is what I would consider a green market. Now, there's another thing to look at here. Okay, and as I scroll, I don't know if you've been paying attention. I have this on 200. And when we get about right here, these are all for July 26th. All of these up here. All of them. Look at that. And if I keep scrolling, 200 goes to the 24th. So between 24th, 25th, and the 26th, 200 items are on here. That's a green market to me. This is a green market. Now, there's some that are greener than this, but this is definitely a green market, meaning that a lot of them sold. Okay? It's a green market. And, I mean, we can go into, let's see here. Where else was I going to go? I want to go to, let's do PSP. Let's just click on PSP. These are electronics. Remember I said they're gold mine, folks. Once again, a lot of bids here. We see bids. Let's do completed listings. Oh, I didn't do US only. Let's do US only here. All right. And this looks green, folks. Yeah. This looks green. Once again, you see here, zero bids, started too high. Zero bids, started too high. This would almost seem like it's not available anymore. I don't know. Used, maybe that's too high of a price. I haven't searched the market. I see different price ranges, 58, 66. But this is a green market. But I want to show you guys another one here. I'm going to type in. First, let's click here and let's go all categories. Because you don't have to go to Pulse. You don't have to do it that way. But we saw the iPhone 4, right? Let's just type in iPhone 4. It was on iPhone 4 unlocked. And let's do cell phones and smartphones. I mean, you see the number there, 33,000. Okay. And we could just choose. I mean, look at this. And I want to niche it down because we have so many different things going on. Let's just deal with the iPhone 4. And let's deal with AT&T because that's the biggest. been around the longest. Let's deal, and I'm gonna do 16 gigabyte. You see, it's the biggest market, but I like it, so I've always dealt with 16 gigabyte. Don't worry about the color, and let's do used. I mean, you can already see the green over here. Now these are iPhone 4 16 gigabytes that are on AT&T network. Now look at this, green. Ooh, look at that, just green. That is just green, folks. Green, green, green. This is a big market. And you know what? Let me scroll down here. Now you notice something? When we did the Xbox, I think the square was about right here, and we were at because today is the 26th. When we were about right here, a third way down, we were on the 25th. We're halfway down, and we're still on July 26th. I mean, look at this. We're still on July. This is all today, folks. Look at this. We don't get to the 25th until right here. This is like 2/3 of the way down. And then it probably stays on the 25th. Yep. And this is only a few of them. So that means a lot of items being sold in one day. Green market, folks. And I mean, you can play with this. You can go from 16 gigabytes. This is used. We can clear this. We can do 60. We can do 32 gigabytes. This was used, so we can clear the used. We can go to where am I at here? We can go to new or new other. We can go to for parts not working. If you just want to deal with phones that don't have working parts, that's a market. But as you can see, these are green markets. This is what I mean by green. A lot of items sold. A lot of items sold in one day. I mean, we can go to the Samsung Galaxy. You can go as your heart pleases here. Let's say we want to do used, okay, and let's do completed listing. Let's do US, and let's do completed listings. Green. Look at all the green. Green, 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 green. July 26th. It's green. Some red. Green, 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 green. Green, 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 green. This is what I call a green market. And look where we are with the side. We're almost halfway down, and this is all today, folks. These are all sold today. And we're past the halfway point. Here we go. About a little past the halfway point, and we get to the 25th. So these are what I call green markets, and electronics are hot. You see the theme reoccurring. Electronics, cell phones, handheld items, green market. I will see you in the next video.